Ryan Allen.
Well, the explosive school of professional wrestling prevents revenge. My name is Casey Hansen, and no agreeing, we've started fast and furious this evening.
Well, I was looking at the entranceway, waiting to see where Ryan Allen was going to make his come out.
He came out of nowhere. He's the enemy of the wrestling business. Revenge is on the cards here this evening. These two have had issues for months and months and months. The Reaper sides, if he hits that, it is over.
Jack Edwards doing the double leg and taking it down. This is no longer a matter of just...
Well, it's a grudge match. It is revenge between these two. It started when Jack Edwards returned after 1,000 days away, was victorious against Riley Parker, and Ryan Allen attacked him after the match. And they have had issues and issues and issues ongoing. They've fought in a tag match, cactus clothesline over the top. And it ended
Jack Edwards firing.
Ryan Allen ended up getting suspended after 3 Reaper sides on Jack Edwards and knocking him out. He was suspended. He was only allowed to come back because Jack Edwards He petitioned the ESPW management to allow Ryan Allen back in the company. Otherwise, he'd still be suspended.
And the only way the ESPW signed off on the match was if Edwards signed a no-harm contract with ESPW. So no matter what Ryan Allen may do to him, he cannot hold ESPW responsible.
Well, he's taken all the responsibility, has Jack Edwards. We know Ryan Allen, hang on, he's got a bin. He's been called a bin chicken for months as Ryan Allen. He might end up in the bin. He might end up in you.
Crowd's into it.
Oh, there's rubbish. Taking out the trash, Ryan Allen.
Trash all over a trash person. Would love to see it.
Well, while Ryan Allen was suspended by ESPW, he took himself off to America and actually wrestled in California before being allowed to come back.
He has no slouch on his time off. You can say the same for Jack Edwards in his 1,000-day absence.
Well, Jack Edwards looking to get a measure of revenge. He was kicked in the head 3 times. He must have suffered a concussion by Ryan Allen. He is the enemy of the wrestling business, and he believes he should have been in the Invitational Tournament in 2025. He is not, but he also has quite a fragile ego. So I think Jack Edwards is looking to embarrass Ryan Allen this evening and expose that fragile ego of his.
This is not about winning. This is about sending a message and embarrassing Ryan Allen.
Up on the top rope, the Phoenix flies.
Whoa!
Huge crossbody by the Phoenix.
That's all.
That was very close.
I thought that was it.
He could have embarrassed Ryan Allen by defeating him in very, very quick time. And we are at a full house here in the Malaga Dome this evening. I can barely, there's not a seat here.
I'm looking around, I don't see an empty seat. People are outside.
People are watching from the outside. Ryan Allen rakes the eyes of Jack Edwards.
Taking shortcuts as you, oh jeez.
That was hard by Allen, straight into the middle buckle. These fans are chanting bin chicken, which may distract him.
But has Jack Edwards fully recovered from the 3 Reaper's size? His head still has to be reeling.
Cravat, the best of British style with knees to the face. Going back into the archives with a cravat. That's a very World of Sport move. A roundhouse kick. Jack Edwards has suffered damage to the head. It is referee Robbie Armstrong in control of the action in our very first matchup here this evening.
Edwards kicking out strong at 2. It's going to take a lot more than just a kick.
I mean, no agreeing, we have so much to look forward to this evening. So many grudge matches on the card. Someone's dressed as a chicken in the front row as Allen delivers a devastating neck breaker.
And I don't think Ryan Allen's noticed because he seems red. I may have spoken too soon, but I was about to say he seems to be fairly...
That person's jacket has feathers.
There we go, he's noticed.
I mean, to be fair, it could just be a regular jacket. Roll up by Edwards, roll up by Edwards. Nearly got the job done. It's
Guri. And how many shots to the head can Edwards take?
And he may need to go into concussion protocols after this match. It's definitely what he had to at Evil Intentions when he was knocked out by 3 Reaper's sides. He was not allowed to compete for quite some time.
And I thought that was the last we've seen of Jack Edwards. But like the Phoenix, he's risen from the ashes and he is here and he's ready for revenge on Ryan Allen.
As accomplished as Ryan Allen is, he does have a fragile ego. He is being distracted by these fans. And they are putting him off his game plan. He is such a good wrestler, is Ryan Allen, but he's allowing these fans to change this matchup.
You can be the best wrestler in the world, but if the other wrestler is better than you for 3 seconds, that's all it takes.
Drive-by drop kick by Allen.
Nobody's ready for it.
This is the slingshot
right
leg drop.
on the tailbone.
Cross. Looks a chicken wing.
2.
Pin.
Oh, he got for a seatbelt pin there. Jack Edwards pulling out all the technical pins in the world. It's getting closer every time.
I thought he was looking for a crossface. Shot to the kidney. Return by Allen. We got more fans in here. We can barely see at this commentary table. And he give us priority access. Here comes the fire from the Phoenix. Knee to the chin. Did you see the knee of Allen connect to Edwards' chin? Robbie Armstrong counts to 2.
Jack Edwards coming to life at the very last moment there. He's got to be rocked. Edwards is unable to stand at the moment, clenching his jaw.
Such an important match for both competitors. They're both staking a claim here in ESPW. They look like the Reaper side to me. Punch to the face.
Got to do the old distraction. It worked. Duck. He's ducked again.
Springboard European uppercut.
Both men down. Edwards with a nip up. Fatigue's clearly kicking in from the kicks to the head.
It's been a fast and furious match. Lariat. And another. How is Allen getting up?
Solid hip toss there.
Someone's put this match on double speed. This is fast inner opener. Falcon Arrow. Kick out by Allen. Ryan Allen has been wrestling for well over a decade. Spent a lot of that time being loved by these fans. He's turned his back on these fans. He's felt like he's not getting his due. He feels like he should be in the Invitational Tournament. He did defeat Gavin McGavin last year, and he thinks he should have been in that spotlight.
And who knows, there's a potential. Ryan Allen beat Gavin McGavin. Maybe he could have beaten or at least drawn with Damien Slater.
Well, I think it eats it up inside that he's not getting that opportunity. He's kicked the buckle into his head. So it's a must-win for Ryan Allen, but it's also a must-win. Spinning enziguri.
That's it. Jack Edwards got to be out. Glazed over. Oh! Kicking out at the very last moment. I saw the glazed over look in Edwards' eyes. I thought that was it.
So this is the downfall. This could be the downfall of Ryan Allen, arguing with referee Robbie Armstrong. He needs to take control. He's being distracted by the woman with the chicken jumper.
Now that is some serious dedication. He should take that as a massive compliment, but however, he's letting it get into his head.
Brutal kick to the chest.
That echoed throughout the arena.
Could have caved in his pectoral muscles.
Edwards holding on. He's not done.
Well, the audio speaks for itself. We don't need to say a single thing. Allen in complete control.
Edwards is still firing up. He's not done. He's not giving up.
It is personal between these two. Hang on, pump handle roll through.
Magistral. That's it.
He's won out of nowhere. Ryan Allen was too cocky. Ryan Allen was in complete control.
He was too busy playing to ego, trying to get the fans behind him, and Edwards took advantage of it, hitting with the magistral for the 1, 2, 3.
Ryan Allen was in complete control of that matchup. Just took a few seconds too long, and it was Jack Edwards who managed to roll Allen up in this grudge match and be victorious in our opener here at Revenge.
And this crowd is ecstatic.
The man is on a roll. Jack Edwards, he's one to watch out for in the second half of 2025.
Jack Edwards is the first man to achieve revenge.
It's the first time Ryan Allen has been pinned in years as well. Hang on.
Whoa, hang on, what's this? Oh my God!
It's a barbed wire cricket bat. Oh my goodness.
No.
What has he done?
Whoa.
What has he done?
He clocked it right there. No.
You're a sick man, Ryan Allen. You are a sick man. Get security out here. Where's security? Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
Can you get someone out here? We need someone out here.
We need someone out. Ryan Allen is insane. He's got a barbed wire cricket bat.
See, we need someone to check on Edwards.
The man is insane. Ryan Allen being restrained by Robbie Armstrong, but he hit Jack Edwards in the forehead with a barbed wire cricket bat. His ego could not cope with losing to Jack Edwards. He has not been pinned in years in ESPW.
I don't care about Ryan Allen.
Well, do you want to go in the ring with someone with a barbed wire cricket bat? No, I don't want to. Do you want to go in there? I don't want to go in there.
As much as I wish I could,
Ryan Allen
will not be held accountable for what he did to Jack Edwards.
But remember, Jack Edwards signed off on this. So there's nothing that ESPW management can do. He signed off for his suspension. So there's nothing ESPW management can do.
No.
Jack Edwards signed off on this. So there's nothing they can do.
Jack Edwards raising his fist.
Well, we have another grudge match here this evening. Noah Green as these two eye each other up in the ring. It was back at our last show, ESPW 43 Out of Control, that Leila Divine sacrificed herself and helped Lizzie Maximus. She took the chair shot for Lizzie Maximus from Harley Hyde, and that led to Harley Hyde and Stella Nix gaining the victory. And that's led to our match here this evening.
And I think it's very easy to hear whose side the crowd is on.
Definitely on the side of Leila Divine.
Leila Divine coming out hot.
So if someone's hit you with a chair, you would want revenge on them, as well as a whole evening of revenge. We've got scores to settle. Leila Divine also victorious at ESPW 41, defeating Stella Nix and defeating Jordan Bishop at ESPW 40 at Neon Genesis. So she is on a roll.
Leila Divine has been on an absolute roll.
She's on a roll when you elbowed Harley Hyde to the chin.
Right in the teeth. The Queen of the Crows getting knocked to the ground.
She's going to have a glass jaw going down. Ducks the elbow this time. Very smart by Hyde. Diving crossbody. There's no avoiding that crossbody. That was a 1 count. There's referee Darcy Jade in the ring, made her debut at Out of Control. We're not only having wrestlers here as well, but referees working their way through the system. Hyde trying to counter. Leila Divine countering Harley Hyde.
Blocking her with a shot. Well, grabbing the hair.
That was brutal. Did you see the hair yank?
It goes to show just how angry Leila Divine is. We don't normally see Leila Divine, especially kneeing him in the side of the
Noah Green,
head.
anyone would be mad. If you've been hit with a steel chair, it hurts.
Oh, I can only imagine. I've been hit with a pool cue and I was furious. I can only imagine what it'd be like if I was hit with a steel chair.
So you definitely would want revenge on someone who smashed you with a steel chair. Harley Hyde with a forearm to the jaw and a club to the back.
Both girls hitting each other so hard, they're taking their time, working each other out.
And I think when you're so angry at your opponent as well, you're going to resort to any tactics as well. Pulling the hair, little cheap shots, forearms, raking the eyes. I think Harley Hyde is raking the eyes as referee Darcy Jade needs to get in control of this matchup. Otherwise it may break down early and often.
Divine on the back foot now after the eye rake and the snap net.
Kick to the back of the head. We've seen some head trauma already. Harley Hyde has added to the trauma.
Harley Hyde going for the win.
Great positioning by referee Darcy Jade, seeing the shoulders pop off the mat. I think it was the left shoulder. We are right at the back, and I was saying in our previous match I wanted to be closer to the action, but Harley Hyde scares me, so I'm glad we're a bit further away in this matchup.
I'm convinced she's a witch. If I threw water on her, she'd probably melt.
And I know you've wrestled Harley Hyde. How is it being in the ring with Harley Hyde?
She is full of cunning. She's full of surprises. She really surprised me, I thought, when I went into my match with her at the invitation, the Rising Star Cup tournament. The invitation was on my mind as we've been running that on ESPW. When we faced each other, she really surprised me. She almost had me a couple of times.
I remember putting her leg behind your head and driving your head into the canvas. I thought you were done for. She's a very dangerous competitor, getting dangerous every single show, becoming more dangerous, and she looks in complete control now. Harley Hyde is in control of Leila Divine. Leila Divine looks in a lot of trouble. Clothesline in the corner.
I do wonder if Leila Divine has made a divine mistake in picking in this matchup.
Well, I think you'd want a match if someone has hit you with a chair. Rump
massive
attack.
hip attack. Pulling her out. Big shoulder tackle.
Just run through Harley Hyde.
And again.
Gaining momentum. She's getting mad. She's been punished in this matchup.
Leila Divine showing the spirit of the Valkyries. Oh my God, a spinning sidewalk slam.
I thought that was all Noah Green.
I thought that was it. She hit that. That's the first time I've seen her hit that move on someone like Harley Hyde. And the impact of the ring, I thought that was it.
And they're both very strong competitors as well. The rest of the women's division and all the division, that was one of the hardest forearms. I forgot what I was saying. I forgot what I was saying. That was such a hard forearm. These two are slugging it out. I mean, the whole roster needs to be on the watch out for these two. Any competitor on the roster.
Oh!
Landing on her shoulder. Hang on, a roll up.
Rolling through.
I mean, we've seen Leila Divine defeating Jordan Bishop as well, and Harley Hyde taking you to the limit. Another senton! Hooking the leg. Very smart. I think she was aware on the second senton that Harley Hyde might try to roll her through.
It was very smart hooking the leg. The harder you make it to pin.
You've got to learn from your mistakes.
What's she going for here?
Looks like a power bomb. Harley Hyde trying to block, grabbing the wrist. That was very smart technical wrestling from Hyde, and then just forearmed her in the face. I love that transition. And one back from Divine.
These
back and
two
forth.
Are just throwing haymakers at each other.
I mean, I think they've got revenge on their mind, because Harley Hyde and Leila Divine are hitting each other so hard.
It feels like Harley Hyde needs a divine intervention to stop Leila's onslaught here.
I mean, I don't know about you, Noah Green, but I would not be lining up for a match against either of these two. The way they have been absolutely pummeling each other. The fans booing Harley Hyde out of the building.
As they should. She is... She setting up here. Oh, she's gone for a
flatliner. The flatliner by Hyde, and that normally gets the job done. I don't think anyone has ever kicked out of the flatliner by Hyde.
It's all over. Yeah. I'm very firmly behind the crowd. I was very much hoping that Leila Divine was going to come out on top, especially after taking the bullet for Lizzie Maximus last show.
She did. Harley Hyde tried to gain revenge after she hit Leila Divine with a chair and out of control, and it was Harley Hyde after some brutal forearms in this matchup, brutal back and forth work, and it was Harley Hyde who delivered the flatliner and gained the victory.
Unfortunately, Harley Hyde was the better woman tonight. Leila Divine's going to go back, lick her wounds, but she's going to be coming back.
I wonder if she'll think about sacrificing herself again. Well, Noah Green, we have an interesting matchup. We have DNT, we have Target and Nix representing DNT this evening, taking on a very interesting 80s combination of Lizzie Maximus and James Hartness, who looks like he could be a member of Slayer.
You could not pick two polar opposites. Bright and bubbly, literally, Lizzie Maximus, and then you have
East London Ultraviolence.
The king of the emos, James Hartness.
Well, they're up against a formidable pairing in the multi-time tag team champion, Chris Target, and former tag team champion herself, Stella Nix. Always seen with the Don. Where is the Don? He must be around somewhere. Let's keep an eye out for him.
Hartness and Lizzie Maximus will need to have him in the back of their mind. Stella has been tormenting Lizzie Maximus since her return. She tormented her to the point where Lizzie went on an explicit outrage. I have not heard that much censored in the ESPW promo in a very long time.
Well, they used to be the retrogrades together, Stella Nix and Lizzie Maximus. At Out of Control 2024, Stella Nix turned on Lizzie Maximus, injured her, and Lizzie Maximus was not seen for 10 months. Upon Lizzie Maximus's return, Stella Nix and Lizzie Maximus have been going at it every single show. And in fact, it was Harley Hyde, not Harley Hyde.
Lizzie taking it to Target.
Leila Divine took the chair shot.
Whoa!
but Stella Nix managed to tap out Lizzie Maximus, and a head scissors on target. There's so much going on, Noah Green.
Lizzie Maximus is coming out like a house on fire, tagging in James Hartness.
Who's the #1 contender for the EPW Championship. You'll see him in a triple threat ladder match at Collision Course, along with Zenith in a ladder match.
Against the champion Marcus Pitt.
So it's Marcus Pitt, James Hartness, and Hayden Zenith in a triple threat ladder match. That is on July the 5th at the Cannington Showgrounds and Exhibition Centre. Don't go to the Greyhound Centre like I did. Make sure you get to the Cannington Showgrounds.
I parked there and I walked in and people were looking at me very funny.
There was no wrestling going on there. You want to be at the Cannington Showgrounds July 5th or watching it on Vimeo if you can't be there in person. But it is the #1 contender, James Hartness. At the moment, one-on-one with Chris Target. It's usually the competitor with the momentum that takes the other competitor off their feet, but he is a solid unit, is East London Ultraviolets, James Hartness.
Over the last year, Hartness has been getting in tremendous shape. He is getting, you can see the muscles on the man.
He is absolutely jacked. He's got himself into absolutely the best shape in his career.
And he's going to need it getting into a ladder match. Not only with Hayden Zenith, but Marcus Pitt.
Headlock by the ever-technical Chris Target.
Not afraid to cut corners.
Another shoulder tackle, and it's an elementary maneuver. It's a shoulder tackle, but it has taken Target off his feet.
The dogs are barking in the Malaga Dome.
The roof might have been blown off. Target, is he going to tag? He's tagged Nix in. He's had enough. He's had enough ultra violence.
Nix doesn't want any Hartness. She wants Maximus.
In comes Maximus. Good morning, Australia. It's 6 a.m. It's before Cheese TV has even been on. The fun-loving Lizzie Maximus.
And seeing the aerobics before Cheese TV used to be a disappointment. Lizzie is anything but.
He's taken Nix down with a clothesline. Another one. I think a fist caught her in the jaw. Hip toss.
Big hip toss there to Stella Nix, screaming. Oi!
Chris Target, what have you
Referee!
done? You jerk, Target. As referee Jared Styles in there trying to regain control.
Referee's distracted.
Fisherman suplex.
Suplex, 1. That'd have been 3.
Well, Target can take some of the blame because he drew James Hartness into the ring, and referee Jared Styles was not there to count. This match could have been over. DNT could have been victorious. Oh, now Target looks like he wants to tag in. When Stella Nix has gained control, Chris Target, what an individual.
Once the hard work's been done, Chris Target comes in to pick the scraps. I'd expect nothing less from members of DNT.
I can only assume as well, DNT will be looking to become EPW Tag Team Champions once again. They held the titles earlier this year and are no longer with the championships. But they'll be looking to get there any combination of Don, Target, and Nix. That's what makes them so dangerous.
Referee isn't able to see what Stella Nix and Chris Target are doing to Lizzie Maximus, pulling on her hair.
Well, we know.
Leaving an irate James Hartness in the corner.
What have they set up here? Catapult forearm onto the knees. Oh, that has to hurt.
Oh, not. Oh,
double knees. This is
That's
over.
A unique maneuver.
James Hartness, yeah, I think he had to come in the ring. I think he had to.
Anyone would have.
I think maybe it distracted Nix and she didn't have her full weight on the pin. We know Nix loves cheating because she came to the ring at Out of Control with a hammer tucked into her gear.
And now she's whacking her with Lizzie's tassels.
We love the tassels as well. Noah Green, we love the tassels.
The tassel,
Target doesn't need the tassels on. No, Target, no. That's as much hair as he's had in the last 10 years.
What are you trying to say?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You've got a hat on. You might need to get some tassels too from Lizzie Maximus.
Hartness getting the crowd firmly behind Lizzie Maximus.
I mean, Target.
She's fighting back.
Follically challenged, but a knee to the midsection of Maximus. And another wrestler who just performs the elementary maneuvers with such precision. That's all he needs to do. Shoulder tackles, body slams, clubs, just like the Don. They're very similar, the Don and Chris Target.
There's no need to reinvent the wheel if you've mastered the wheel.
You can master the basics and put those there. I think he's trying to break the fingers of Maximus. How's he going to work out with broken fingers?
Hartness getting in the ring, which breaks up the whole Target having to address Hartness popping in the ring.
Well, he has to be frustrated. I think D&T are going to be looking for a victory to move them up the rankings in the tag team division.
Oh, Lizzie's in the tree of woe.
Lizzie Maximus is looking for revenge.
Referee hasn't even started the count.
James Hartness does not want a loss. Brutal. Oh. Hartness does not want a loss before his triple threat EPW title match.
Boots sliding down the front of Lizzie Maximus. That's going to leave a massive graze underneath that leotard.
Kick to the upper back. You've heard that thud. She slaps the mat in pain. Nix is a tremendous competitor, no matter what you think of her as a person. I don't think anyone likes her here in the building, but she's a terrific athlete, a terrific competitor, and she knows how to get the job done.
Say what you will, but the Don and Chris Target would not have her alongside if she wasn't good at what she did.
Absolutely, you are 100% correct, Noah Green. Maximus fighting up. She's channeling all her energy, all the cardio she's done. Headlock by Nix, well done, headlock takedown. Again, another maneuver, simple but effective.
Lizzie obviously still recovering from the onslaught she had, and Stella Nix took advantage with the headlock.
Works it up. Jared Styles was checking her shoulders weren't down. Looks for her own spinning fisherman suplex.
Lizzie, very smart, getting the hot tag. Here comes
Target's in.
Bicycle kick. Massive kick. Discus forearm.
Violence is in the house.
Target fighting out. If he had hit that Death Valley driver.
I was saying before about Target's clubs, how effective they are. Back elbow, snap there. Hartness, he's on fire.
Goes to the pin. Unorthodox pin there, but when has Hartness ever been orthodox?
You don't need to be orthodox to be effective. He's gonna use Maximus as a weapon.
Oh,
Code breaker.
Sends off.
I think he must have hurt Maximus's knees. Jared Styles wants to go out.
Styles not counting. He's too distracted by Hartness in the ring.
I think he was
trying to be focused on who's legal.
He was trying to get Hartness out of the ring because Maximus was legal with Target.
Hartness was on his way out.
I've been advocating, Noah Green, for 2 referees in every tag match we have here in ESPW. Headbutt from Hartness. He's headbutted Target.
Oh.
Double spine buster. Who's legal? I don't know anymore.
I've lost track.
I think Target and Maximus are legal. That's why the pin didn't count.
I'm pretty sure you're correct. Targeted, saving this one for the crowd.
Super kick party!
Compressing the head. He's had
Maximus is legal. Maximus is legal. I'm keeping score at home.
I'm glad
Referee Jared Styles is on the ball because Maximus is legal.
I had lost complete track, so I'm glad you're on the ball, and I've been talking a lot of trash about him.
I think we need to rename this show Out of Control 2. We are out of control. Well done to Styles. Maximus was the legal competitor. She just punched Target in the ear. It's going to give him a cauliflower ear.
Good on her. Top rope Hurricane Rana.
Hang on, into Nix. It could be accidental. She accidentally Hurricane Rana Target.
Nix has spotted it.
Into Nix.
Maximus spotted it. Flurry into the corner. Going for again.
I think she tripped on Target. He was in the corner.
She is still recovering from the onslaught, but she is firing. What is this? Oh my God.
Cutter. Roll through cutter. Good morning, Australia.
Target breaking it up at the last moment.
He broke it up by punching her in the jaw. That's what happened. Headbutt by Hartness. Huge clothesline. He's got the huge Target. Target hit his chin on the apron on the way out.
It's just Maximus.
Nix and Maximus are alone in the ring. Every time that hurts my ears.
how's the referee still able to focus?
With a roll through by Lizzie.
She got her!
Lizzie Maximus.
Good on you, Lizzie Maximus.
Has rolled up Stella Nix and is victorious.
Go, kid. Good thing.
Revenge from Out of Control. Our winners, James Hartness and Lizzie Maximus, has rolled up Stella Nix to gain revenge after what Stella Nix has been doing, tormenting her for over a year.
Stella Nix has lost twice to Lizzie Maximus. Lizzie Maximus is on a roll.
Lizzie Maximus and the #1 contender for the EPW Championship, James Hartness, are victorious in this match. We have an Ultra announcer, we have an Ultra ring announcer, we have protocols that are in place for every single Ultra match.
Let's go, baby. Ring the bell.
We are off and away. We send the ring crew under the ring to make sure everything is fine before an Ultra matchup, especially after what we saw in our last Ultra matchup between yourself, Felix Young and Axton. What an incredible matchup. And even more importantly, we check the ring afterwards to make sure it's fine for the rest of the show.
Sorry about that. Big boys are going to do big boy things. Speaking of big boy things.
I think you nearly broke the ring with that Spanish fly. It is Manu in control on Dex Van Demon. And we're going to break down the Ultra rankings as they currently stand. We have in 4th place is Manu Katoa. He'll be looking to move up the rankings here this evening. Dex Van Demon is currently in 3rd. And if he is victorious, he'll move to 2nd or perhaps 1st at the behest of the management committee. They're going to watch this matchup and see the ranking. Number 2 is Axton, who you defeated. And Felix Young, you're sitting on top, number 1. How do you feel?
Look, the way I see it, if you're not first, you're last, right? A very famous man once said that. So.
You only want to be in one spot, and that is the number 1 spot.
The top spot. I'm the top dog here. So these boys want to fight it out.
Did you see the sweat go flying? These two have just started here. It's flying. It's flying. It is hot here this evening.
These two are belting each other. I love it.
Huge right hands by Manu. The previous Ultra matches, we've seen Manu defeated Julio Garcia. Axton defeated Manu. So he is 1-1 in Ultra, but Dex Van Demon is also undefeated. So he has defeated the Don at Rising Tide. That was amazing. And also defeated Eris Mariner back at ESPW 38 Road to Glory.
You know what? Beating the Don is a huge accomplishment no matter how you scratch it. But I think this one means more.
Massive, massive forearm. And we haven't seen the Mariner since. Huge, huge headbutt.
These two have started training together. They have a bit of a chip on their shoulder about this one, from what I'm hearing.
Strongest slam by Manu. New Zealand's strongest slam.
Manu is like getting hit by a brick wall when he runs at you.
Absolutely. Manu has been competing in the 2025 Invitational Tournament as well. So, oh my goodness, dropping Manu nearly on his head with a version of a cyborg slam. This is what happens here in Ultra. We have 2 huge individuals. My heart was in my mouth, just like when you and Axton were on the top rope, and I thought the whole building was going to collapse here at the Malaga Dome.
That's what I like about Ultra. It's big boys doing big boy things.
Absolutely. And Ultra has never failed to deliver power slam. It's over. I can't believe Dex Van Demon, Ultra Dex, has kicked out. We need to send the ring crew under the ring right now. Ultra keeps delivering and delivering and delivering, and they've got an extremely high bar because Felix Young, I know you are sitting next to me, but that was one of the most incredible matches I've seen live, and I absolutely loved it. So these boys have got a lot to live up to.
The interesting thing about this one is Manu, brick wall of a man, but he's short and his weight's low. Then you have DVD. What do they say, 6'8"?
He's 6'8", and he's lean. He is muscular, but he's also lean. So they have to have different wrestling styles.
Talking about different styles, Manu, all power.
So I think that benefited Manu to scoop in lower. I think it's going to help Manu, being a little bit shorter, being able to slam Dex Van Demon because he can get under his center of gravity, under the waist, scoop him in for body slams and power slams. And those are Manu's favorite maneuvers.
And look for Manu to keep doing that. Look for him to throw the power. Look for Dex to use momentum. He's going to swing those limbs wildly. Like right now with his forearms, the momentum coming up high as well.
And I think for Dex, despite his size, he's quite an aerial competitor as well. So you do have to watch out for the Flying Dutchman.
Absolutely. Some strength in his own there.
Transferred it into a power slam face buster. We also see an Ultra, and this goes as a whole at ESPW, you will see moves you haven't seen before or seen anywhere else. And Ultra is a division that is exclusive here to the explosive school of professional wrestling. You have to be either 6'2" or 100 kilos, which is 220 pounds, and in most cases, these competitors are both.
Yeah, we're blessed here with the heavyweight division, the Ultra division. There's so many competitors. The thing is, when you're wrestling a regular match, you're out there to win, you're not out there to hurt anyone. So you're not really throwing everything you got into it. This division, we are throwing everything we have into this.
Absolutely, because the rankings aren't just based on wins and losses or how quickly you defeat your opponent. Everything is taken into consideration for the rankings. It's how you competed in the match. How did you overcome your opponent? How much did you persevere when they were throwing everything at you? You don't just get to the top of the rankings by winning in 60 seconds. We have competitors are so evenly matched.
Absolutely, and like I said, these guys will do anything for this division. Everybody in this division not only wants to win, they're proud to be Ultra.
Absolutely, it's a division I think people are lining up to be in if they meet the requirements as well. Must be 6'2" or over 220 pounds.
You say this is exclusive to the School of Professional Wrestling shows. I mean, there are people, quote-unquote, main roster guys, myself, Don, chomping at the bit to get in here with these boys and run in the Ultra division.
Absolutely. We saw what happened when, we can't only call it an upset, but Dex Van Demon did defeat the Don.
With one arm. With one arm.
How do you slam a man the size of Dex Van Demon? 6'8", and that is one meaty clothesline.
I don't know how you do it at all, let alone with one arm.
I mean, all I've done is shaken the man's hand, and that was enough for me.
He does nothing small. Everything Manu does is Ultra.
Everything he does
Speaking of,
looks like it hurts. Did you see the ring shake? Did you see the ring nearly implode on itself? I would not be surprised if the ring imploded in one of these Ultra matches. I mean, I think if the fans got half a show, they would still get their money's worth here this evening.
Dex Van Demon just fell from like 6'10" on that Samoan drop. That was incredible.
Fans, I'm not sure if they're getting behind Manu or Dex Van Demon. I think they're just getting behind the concept of Ultra.
I was going to say that. I think the fans are chomping as much as we are to get in there. I've heard a lot of fans say there should be a championship for Ultra, and ticket number one, I'd be inclined to agree. Oh, what's he doing?
This could be the Manu Salt. We've seen it before.
Oh my God.
Manu Salt finds nothing but mat.
If that landed, that's over. So good on Dex for getting out of the way here.
Well,
he's got to capitalise. What's he doing?
He saw a massive flying New Zealander coming at him. I would roll out the way too.
Where's he going?
This could be, he calls this the Flying Dutchman. Oh. The ring, somebody check the ring. Where are our crew? Where are the ring crew? Referee Robbie Armstrong in control. He doesn't need to worry about Dex and Manu. They're fine. He needs to get the crew and go check the structural integrity of the ring. Felix Young, how does it feel when you're in an Ultra match compared to a regular match? What is the difference?
The difference is when you're getting hit by at least 100 kilos or from a height greater than 6'2", like you said. So constantly you are getting battered and bruised. Everything that's a regular move that would normally hurt could finish a match.
And when you're facing Axton, he's 6'3", 260 pounds. He is one of the largest men on the ESPW roster, if not the largest.
Axton walks sideways through doors, just so you know. He cannot walk through normally. But you know what?
Look at that club from Dex Van Demon.
I'm somewhat of a white whale for Axton. He's never beaten me in a one-on-one situation. So that was the only reason I went in with a little bit of confidence. But boy, the man is freaky strong and crazy athletic. Like, who expected him to be flipping?
Absolutely, and that's what we keep seeing here in the Ultra division. When you think of Ultra and people over 6'2" or over 100 kilos, you would not expect them to do what we've seen on the top, belly-to-belly overhead suplex.
Clear across the ring.
Dex Van Demon landed 3/4 of the way across the ring.
And you know what you hear quite a lot in these Ultra matches? What the crowd's saying right now.
This is awesome indeed. And I think what happens in Ultra is people watch on the YouTube, ESPW YouTube.
Here we go.
If you haven't flicked a like down the bottom, please do it now. If you haven't subscribed, please do it now. If you haven't commented down the bottom, comment down the bottom which Ultra match you would like to see. I mean, I want to see all of them. Perhaps I want to see Power Slam Driver. How is this match continuing? I mean, you may have faced them before, but any combination of yourself versus Dex Van Demon, or yourself versus Manu, or you faced Blake Walker in the past, yourself versus the Don. I mean, so many matchups that we could have.
I want to get in there with all of them. I don't want to be the guy who sits at number 1 and doesn't fight for it. I'm not resting on my laurels, right?
Manu channeling the energy.
Oh, the ring shifted.
Gets
the ring
quicker.
Shifted.
This man defies the laws of physics because he gets faster the longer the match goes. It doesn't make sense, Felix Young.
Nothing Manu does make sense. This man's
It doesn't
wild.
make sense. He's like a cheat code in a video game.
He's fired up.
He's cheating.
He's G'd up.
He's cheating in life.
Oh!
Boot to the face.
And that's that momentum. He loves that. Oh!
Dex Van Demon with a boot out of nowhere.
What a match. What a match. Bravo.
Now the question is going to be asked, Felix Young, are you still number 1, or after that performance, is Dex Van Demon number 1? He's gone 3-0 in Ultra.
You know what, the way I see it, I think he's number 2. And if he ever wants to fight for number 1...
We're going to have to wait and find out, but I think Manu's speed worked against him. Dex Van Demon kicked him in the face and got the victory.
Oh, they're not done.
A show of respect by these two competitors.
Yeah. That's what Ultra's about.
A round of applause from the audience, and Felix Young, you may have a challenger to your throne.
I hope so. I hope so.
Dex Van Demon victorious here this evening in Ultra, and yet again we've been treated to an absolutely incredible match. Felix Young, thank you so much for joining myself on the broadcast, and I can't wait to see you in the ring again soon.
Thanks for having me, mate.
Dex, how are you feeling after that brutal matchup?
Not gonna lie, pretty cooked.
So, you've retained your number 2 ranking. That must feel incredible.
Yeah, it bloody well does. And everybody wants my number 2 spot. But what about what Dex wants? What about what Dex wants?
Yeah, what do you want?
I'll tell you what Dex wants. It's that number 1 ranking.
Laid the challenge to Felix Young.
Get him, Felix.
Alright, old Speedy, I'm talking. Come on. Felix, when the time's right, keep that seat warm, bud. Come on. So this is all a bit about proving who's ultra. And goddamn it,
Thank you.
Well, the challenge has been laid down by Dex Van Demon. He's challenged #1 ranked Felix Young, and I hope we see that match in the near future. It is #2 Dex Van Demon and #1 Felix Young face to face. And I can't wait to see that matchup. That may tear the roof of the Malaga Dome. We have started here. Noah Green, another grudge match here this evening. We've got the Cretins, and they've got a Ducks problem indeed. Buster Rust and King Shahil trying to solve their Ducks problem of Johnny and Tommy Ducks. There's Tommy Ducks in the ring.
Tommy Ducks is in the ring, and he has gotten absolutely squashed by King Shahil and Buster Rust to start this match.
Now, the Ducks brothers, these two have been fighting and fighting and fighting, these two teams. But it's out of control. There was a special concert by the Cretins and a big boot. Oof! And a dragon suplex. This could be over early. Pinned by Buster Rust. Robbie Armstrong's in control. He's asking King Shahil to get out of the ring.
He's doing the right thing.
But the Cretins had a special concert, and I'm still disappointed I didn't get to hear Buster Rust's verse. Maybe if they are victorious tonight, we'll hear the verse from Buster Rust.
We could only be so lucky.
Super kick to the chin. Magic killer.
It's all over already.
Fast and furious, I think.
What's going on?
Tommy Ducks has a shirt that says Taylor Swift greater than the Cretins. Buster Rust improving every show under the mentorship of King Shahil. He seems to have lost half his shirt though.
Out goes Johnny Ducks to the floor.
He may have hit the Jats Crackers on the top rope. That is very painful. He's recovered, tripped up Buster Rust.
And you do have to wonder maybe if the Ducks brothers have picked up something from Taylor King.
Version of a Northern Lariat. We've seen a little bit of alignment perhaps between the Ducks brothers and Taylor King, like you just mentioned.
It's just typical of the Ducks brothers to latch onto someone and just leech them dry. They realise it with Harry, they've done the same with Chris Target, and now they've latched onto Taylor King. And Taylor King will keep them around so long as they feed his ego.
I don't know where King Shahil's gone. He might have gone straight to Northbridge. He might have given up on this match. Buster Rust looks like he's on his own, assisted neck breaker. But the Ducks brothers returned at Neon Genesis when Johnny defeated Buster Rust. Then at Rising Tide, it was King Shahil evening the score, defeating Tommy Ducks. At Evil Intentions, the Cretins defeated the Ducks brothers, but the war was not over as the Ducks brothers attacked the Cretins after their match and then interrupted their concert. So here we are. It looks to be our finale here of the Ducks brothers and the Cretins, ready to settle the score.
Straps are down. The chops.
Quack, 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 quack. Oh my goodness, what was that, Noah Green? Chopped him in the face.
The handprints on Johnny Ducks' chest clearly had no effect on him.
He slapped the curls out of his hair. Buster Rust, known as the Centrelink Crusader as well, known to frequent the early hours of Northbridge on a Friday and Saturday, well, night and morning with King Shahil. Watch out for these two later if they are victorious.
Ducks Bros showing their synergy.
They'll be out until the sun comes up. Great double team. You know these two are brothers because they are on the same page. They know what the other brother is doing.
The perks of living together, you get to plan all the time. Growing up, you know each other's strengths, you know each other's weaknesses.
Can you imagine how often these two wrestled each other as kids, honing their skills?
And if there's any, it's probably a lot more than I wrestled my younger brother.
If you wanted that last bit of ice cream, you had to fight your brother.
Last bit of ice cream, last cookie in the cookie jar.
Who gets a turn on the PlayStation? You're fighting for everything when you're brothers, and these two have honed that into becoming a formidable tag team, and even more formidable if they have Taylor King on their side.
Despite everything you may think about Taylor King, he won the EPW Championship, and that is something that
Double underhook suplex.
And that's something that the Dux brothers can learn from.
King Shahil's re-emerged after his little rest on the floor. I don't know where he went. I think he went outside. He's come back inside.
I don't know where he came from, but he is angry.
He might have been recording another song out there.
Whoa,
Johnny with some athleticism. Back senton. Find nobody home or nobody out and about.
If that had hit Buster Rust, he would have been a red stain on the canvas.
It's about to be hunting season for King Shahil. Tommy Dux knocks him off the apron. Referee Robbie Armstrong needs to restore some order. This is broken down. We may never hear that Buster Rust verse.
We may not see Buster Rust after this. Oh.
Half and half suplex on the back of Buster Rust's head.
He kind of blocked a little bit of the impact to his head by landing on his arm, which is very dangerous.
I was going to say, I think his neck broke his full Joe Dirt style. And Tommy in complete control, targeting the neck.
Hitting him with the grounded pounds.
Always some interesting attire as well by Shahil and Buster Rust. I kind of miss Buster Rust's skirt combo he had going a few shows ago.
So he's kind of got it going here at the moment with the denim.
You can't miss King Shahil, that's for sure.
King Shahil getting the crowd firmly behind Buster Rust here. He's starting to fire up.
I mean, he may need to look for the poverty line to save himself. A version of a lariat by Buster Rust. Rolls through, great agility, great athleticism. It's hunting time! Quack! Quack! Leg lariat! There's hair flying in the ring.
Shahil is fired up.
Now, Shahil is an unorthodox competitor, but he knows what he's doing between those ropes. He can put you off your game very, very quickly. Cutter DDT! Fisherman Buster!
Oh my God.
Definitely, I'd love to see another Fisherman Buster. It is hunting time. Blue Thunder Bomb.
Robbie Armstrong's hand was mere inches off the mat.
And only Tommy Dux breaking up the pin saved this matchup and allows it to continue. These two know each other very, very well. This has definitely been the longest encounter in any of those three matchups, the two singles matchups and the tag. So I think they've got each other figured out. Backstabber.
Well, these four have been fighting for pretty much half
the whole
of
year, the entire year since January.
Springboard double axe handle. Buster Rust is fired up.
Look at his back. His back is red. Spear.
Took his eyes off the prize and paid the price.
Huge spear. King Shahil and Takuri nearly landed on his head.
All four competitors are down.
Robbie Armstrong might have to count them all out here. If he gets to a 10 count, this match would sadly end in a draw. That is not what anyone wants to see here this evening in ESPW.
We want a definitive winner.
These two have been battling for 6 months. We need a winner, Noah Green.
Tommy is up to his feet. He's using the ropes to assist himself up.
I have been very impressed with Tommy Dux in this matchup. He's talking some smack to Buster Rust. He wants Buster Rust to be the legal competitor. We were struggling to follow who was legal earlier. I believe it's Tommy Dux and Buster Rust in this matchup. Haymakers are flying.
Headbutt from Buster Rust. That may have done more damage to himself.
I think Buster Rust might need to buy himself some new pants as well. Dangerously close to getting the censor out here on YouTube, but his right hands are hitting the mark. Half and half, dragon suplex.
The welts all over Buster Rust's body, going to show the sheer determination.
He's firing up. He's firing up the young man.
He's grabbing.
Low blow by Tommy Ducks.
He grabbed the Armstrong, the ref, and then hit him with a low blow. Disgusting.
Shahil with an enziguri. Roll through by Buster. The Cretins win. The Cretins win. Tommy says he's kicked out, but he didn't.
Does not matter. The referee counted the 3 again. Give us that solo, Buster.
We are ready. We want to hear the Buster Rust verse. Well, guess what? The Cretins, they don't have a Ducks problem anymore. They are victorious. Buster Rust pinned Tommy Ducks, and they are victorious. They'll be hitting the town until the sun comes up this evening. 6 months these two have been battling Noah Green.
And that, hopefully, that's got to be it.
Tommy Ducks is staring down Buster Rust.
Buster Rust going for the handshake.
A I think a little friendly, a kind of show of respect. They're not exactly on the same page, but I think these two teams finally respect each other. Shahil and Rust victorious. It's a tag team I would like to see get an opportunity for the EPW tag team titles in the near future.
Well, they need to recover from their setback against the purveyors of potential. They may well be on their way to doing that with their victory here tonight.
Well, the more victories they can get, they can gain themselves up the rankings. But these two have put forth a very, very impressive showing. And I look forward to their next music video.
Hopefully it's on you, Casey.
I'd love it. Here we go. King Shahil and Buster Rust victorious. Well, how did we get here at Out of Control? It was the House of Free Spirits versus Simply the Best and Jay Taylor. And at the end of a long and grueling matchup, the great George rolled up Jay Taylor and he held Faisal's arm to actually cheat to win. That is not something we normally associate with the House of Free Spirits. The Macedonian Chicken Wing is on early. The Macedonian Chicken Wing.
And something that we have to make known is that both members from the House of Free Spirits and Simply the Best are barred from ringside.
They are absolutely barred and banned. So no Hayden Zenith, no Harry, no Faisal, no Ox and Dagger. So it is just 1-on-1. Former EPW Coastal Champion, the great George, really only lost the championship because he went through the stage by Rogan Kargas, and former multi-time tag team champion, Jay Taylor.
We're going to witness an absolutely technical clinic between these two.
Well, kind of the ethos of the House of Free Spirits is they are pure competitors. They will win only by using the rules. They will not cheat in any way. And I believe Jay Taylor is the polar opposite. The Prince of Perth himself, he will do anything. He will take any shortcut to win a matchup. So very interesting considering the Great George cheated to win. Hayden Zenith was not impressed at all with the fact that the Great George cheated to win that match.
And then set this matchup that we have here this evening. Jay Taylor locking on that headlock firmly on the Great George.
So I am sure the Great George has been told, absolutely, you must not cheat in this match with Jay Taylor. You need to defeat him using your own wrestling ability.
I'd be surprised that if he decided to do that again after getting the thorough tongue lashing he got from Hayden Zenith last show.
He definitely did get a lashing from Zenith. A little relaxing by the Prince of Perth over it. He keeps pointing in, I think, your direction, Noah Green.
Thankfully, he's not pointing at me. He's pointing at unfortunate member of the crowd.
I mean, I think there were a few fans covering their eyes during Jay Taylor's entrance this evening, not endearing themselves to a packed Malaga Dome.
I'm sure that Jay Taylor would tell you that they could not handle the sheer sexiness of him.
They got a wrist lock. An accomplished technical wrestler is Jay Taylor. And again, not a lot of fans like him, but he knows what he is doing between the ropes. He has been wrestling for well over a decade. And he is probably one of the most underrated wrestlers in the entire Perth scene.
Absolutely. I shared the ring with Jay Taylor for a very brief moment, and he was
Well, his longevity speaks for itself as well, been wrestling since the late 2000s.
Great George giving Jay Taylor a taste of his own medicine by getting up in the corner there.
Having a little Macedonian relax as well on the top rope. Are they shouting cheat at Jay Taylor? I think he is a cheat. I mean, we know he's a cheat. We've seen Jay Taylor in the past. He's taken the dagger and the ox under his wing. He's taken two young, impressionable young wrestlers here in ESPW, and he's trying to mould them in his image. They're very, very talented, simply the best.
They may be future locker room leaders.
Absolutely. Arm drag, second arm drag. Fast and furious, third arm drag by the great George. Three great arm drags.
Locking in the arm bar. Knee on the face, keeping Jay Taylor grounded. And rubbing his chest there.
Move 7,428, arm bar. He does know a few holds, does the great George. I'm not sure how many he knows, maybe 10,000. Another arm drag. Manhattan drop. I think we need him below the belt. Referee Jared Stiles didn't quite pick it up. A drop kick by the great George.
George is calling for the chicken wing. If he locks it in, that's it. Jay Taylor grabbing the ref and pulling him in the way.
This is the cheating. He rakes the eyes as well. Jay Taylor will take any shortcut. Oh, he's put the chicken wing on Stiles. Oh, he can't see. He can't see. Hang on. Taylor with a running knee.
God.
Taylor will do anything. He will take any shortcut for victory.
Great George kicking out at 2.5 there. And
now,
this crowd letting Jay Taylor know
even though
can't get it done.
They're banned from ringside, I'm sure Simply the Best are watching on somewhere, or they're watching the YouTube replay of this event, and they're watching how Taylor conducts himself in the ring. Absolutely picture perfect suplex.
I'm absolutely certain that the same can be said for the House of Free Spirits as well.
You do want to review these shows afterwards, even if you're here. Check it out on the YouTube. Knee to the back of the head. You get it free on YouTube. Absolutely free, these ESPW shows. You get to listen to the beautiful voice of Noah Green for the past 3 shows.
Some have said I am the Kelly Underwood of commentary.
Well, that definitely wasn't me. I think you're doing a fine job here, Noah Green. As fine a job as Jay Taylor's doing in the ring. He's in complete control. He's got a headlock on.
Great George is getting the crowd behind him. He's firing up. He's got signs of life. He's not choked out yet.
The great George trying to fight back.
Jay Taylor cutting off that momentum.
Ducking under by George. Flying Macedonian headbutt.
And again.
A second headbutt. He dances like everyone's 80-year-old granddad, but the fans love him for it.
Scotty slams. He's going up. He's going for it.
Another headbutt. Everything has been legal by the great George so far.
This is what I thought he was leading to. I thought this is what he was going to do. 2 headbutts. No, not a third.
Taylor has no idea where he is. He doesn't know if he's in the Malaga Dome or Costco right now. Another 5th headbutt. 5th headbutt.
Bullseye. Hit him spot on in the chest.
Kick out by Taylor.
Strong kick out there by Jay Taylor. How he managed to kick out after not 1, not 2, but 3 headbutts. All of different elevations. That's impressive.
George could be looking further for the Macedonian chicken wing. The only thing missing is like a G6. Holds up the rope, drop kick.
Oh my God.
Taylor taking the opportunity. Nothing illegal about that. Double underhook powerbomb. Malenko.
I did not see him get his shoulders up. Referee in the perfect position to see George just get his shoulders off the mat.
Jay Taylor getting frustrated at these fans. It's a packed house here this evening. They can put you off your game.
Especially when they're heckling you by calling you princess.
He's the Prince of Perth. The Prince of Perth. Not from up there, Jay Taylor.
And now he's focusing on members of the crowd. This is for you.
Very, very dangerous indeed. Very dangerous. The great George, he slipped out. That's like a reverse tiger feint kick through the ropes.
Big bulldog.
We want the chicken wing.
I've never seen that before. Great George is just full of surprises. Calling for the chicken wing.
If he locks it up.
Oh, hang on, ref.
It's the dagger, it's the ox. Oh, what is going on with...
They were barred from ringside. What are they doing here?
They have ruined an absolutely incredible match. This was supposed to be revenge, where scores are settled. That's the ox. That's the dagger. Here's the House of Free Spirits.
Here comes the house.
Faisal. There's Harry.
Harry going after the ox. Faisal. Sorry.
Faisal's got the ox. Harry's got the dagger. Jay Taylor's back up.
Chaos getting me caught up in everything.
It's all broken down here.
Jay Taylor stomping a mud hole in Harry, then going over to Faisal.
The bell's been rung to try and restore some order.
The house has just been decimated right now. We need some sort of security out here.
We need somebody else out here. Jay Taylor and Simply the Best are in complete control.
Get the other refs out here. Do something.
It's Hayden Zenith. It's the other #1 contender for the EPW Championship.
Hayden Zenith. Massive crossbody to Ox and Dagger.
He's on a collision course for a ladder match for the EPW Championship, and he's just taken out Simply the Best. Collision course.
Taking out Dagger.
July 5th. July 5th.
The Ox.
We could be looking at the next EPW champion in Hayden Zenith. Namaste! Jay Taylor saving Simply the Best.
Looked like Hayden Zenith was hitting the Swanton bomb, but Ox being saved by Jay Taylor.
He is a few weeks away from the opportunity of a lifetime, a triple threat ladder match for the EPW Championship. Marcus Pitt, Hayden Zenith, and James Hartness, who we saw earlier this evening.
Hayden Zenith checking on the members of the house end. Looks like everyone's all right. Hayden's got a microphone.
I can only believe this is not over.
Hey, this has gone on long enough. This was meant to be it. This was meant to be the last match. That's it, we're done. No more. But I see how it is. I think we need to go to war. So Jay, find yourself a 4th man, and we will go combat in winter warfare!
Hayden Zenith laid down the challenge.
Winter Warfare, June 21st.
Hayden Zenith has laid down the challenge. The only question remains... The only question remains is who is going to be Simply the Best 4th man. We've got 4 members of the House of Free Spirits and only 3 members of Simply the Best.
Jay Taylor is a member of the Locker Room Leadership Program, so he may have some pull.
We are going to war June 21st, Winter Warfare. The House of Free Spirits will take on Simply the Best and James Taylor. But who are Simply the Best going to choose for their 4th man? You're going to have to tune in June 21st to find out. Winter Warfare. Can you explain to me why Taylor King has a purple version of the EPW Championship? He is not the current EPW champion.
He was gifted that championship by Jesse Lambert after Taylor King blew out his knee.
Suffered a perhaps career-ending injury that we thought was career-ending.
I thought that was it for Taylor King. I was firmly behind him. I wanted his recovery to be swift.
But is it apparently the true EPW champion. He has Marcus Pitt is the current EPW champion. Taylor King is obsessed.
Oh.
He's just thrown. This match hasn't even started. I haven't heard the bell. I haven't seen referee Darcy Jade call for the bell. He's calling himself the real EPW champion. He has a purple version of the EPW championship. That is blue. That is the real championship.
That'd be like if I walked into this show with a toy belt and called myself the front champion. It's not the case.
Well, I wouldn't want to argue with the Fremantle Alpha Taylor King. He was the actual EPW champion for 70 days and then blew out his knee in a terrible, terrible, terrible way. We thought his career was over. Jay Kendrick, a newcomer here to ESPW. He's taking on a former EPW champion and the current real EPW champion, apparently.
I thought Jay Kendrick was going to be a red stain on the mattress in less than a minute. He is surprising me.
Dive to the outside.
Over the top onto Taylor King.
We could have a new real EPW champion in Jay Kendrick.
That scoreboard's going to be very well be 1-1.
It could be King 0, Jay Kendrick 1.
The last time we saw Jay Kendrick in the ring, he was in a handicap match with his tag team partner Crypto Knight in a handicap match against Axton. And he is doing a much better showing here against Taylor King. He's improved immensely.
Until he ate that back elbow you spoke too soon, Noah Green.
He's kicked out at 1 though.
You put the mocker on the boy. He's a very young competitor too, perhaps the youngest competitor we have here in ESPW. Just a handful of matches, but rapidly improving every time. Come back from an injury of his own. He's got his tag team partner there, Crypto Knight on the outside. They're known as Thunder and Lightning.
But don't forget, Taylor King has the Dux Brothers on the outside.
He does. Well, he sent them to the back. He came out with the Dux Brothers. Have they come back out? I haven't seen them.
No,
they might sneak back out.
But they're still here. They are the threat.
Well, we've seen enough of the Dux Brothers this evening. Don't need to see them for a second time, that's for sure.
Pulling their hair.
Does he need to do that, Noah Green?
Taylor King's a former EPW champion. He doesn't need to resort to things like this.
Huge senton.
His massive ego has been bruised ever since he lost to Jesse Lambert.
Well, I think he has been consumed by Jesse Lambert. He had the opportunity to regain the EPW championship at Reawakening, and his obsession with Jesse Lambert cost him his spot in that fatal four-way match, caused him to be eliminated.
Kendrick needs to get out of this.
And he's been consumed by Jesse Lambert ever since. He can't keep his mind off Jesse Lambert. I'm not surprised if he's not seeing Jay Kendrick in there, if he's seeing a version of Jesse Lambert. If he's seeing a young Jesse Lambert in the ring right now. Great recovery.
Oh my God.
Wasn't quite enough.
Strength on Taylor King.
He's called the Alpha for a reason.
Oh my God. Flipped him out to a powerbomb.
X-Plex powerbomb. He's kicked out. Kendrick kicked out.
And if Taylor King's ego wasn't already bruised, that's going to really leave a mark.
The real EPW champion fought. He was going to be victorious right there. He is a huge man as well, Taylor King. Look at him from our angle. His back goes on for days. Look at the size of the man. He's been slapped in the face.
Across the arena here.
Head to head, uses his speed, does Kendrick. Tilt-a-whirl. DDT. Getting the fans behind him.
Kendrick does not know where Taylor King is, readjusting.
Good move by the youngster. That extra second helped Taylor King out.
Effortlessly
Uranagi slam.
Grabbing him by the hair. Oh my God.
The greatest hits by Taylor King.
That's it, it's all done.
And Jay Kendrick is done. Oh, here come the Dux Brothers back. Oh no.
Here come his
what are they doing
personal
out
cheer
here?
squad.
We've seen them enough.
Squad.
Crypto needs to rescue Jay Kendrick and quickly. And now I believe still, is that right? Still the real EPW champion, Taylor King?
That's pretty correct, and the scoreboard now should read 2 Fremantle Alpha, EPW 0.
I mean, this is a man who declined to be in the 2025 Invitational Tournament because he believes he's the real champion. Taylor King defeats Jay Kendrick and remains the real EPW champion, but a good fight by Jay Kendrick, and he's brought the Dux brothers back out here.
Got his personal towel boys to come alongside, hold the ropes for him, and just
And what I want to know, what does Jesse Lambert think of all this? He can't be impressed with his former friend. It's a shame to see what's happened to Taylor King.
Dux brothers telling me to put him over. Nah. That was absolutely disgraceful. How he has to act. He's a former EPW champion. He doesn't have to act like how he does.
Robbie Hart is the current ESPW Pride champion. Currently 105 days as champion, defeating, Noah Green at ESPW 41 Rising Tide on the 22nd of February this year.
And the man who has put me on the shelf by partially separating my shoulder.
We hope to see you back in the ring and perhaps, maybe in the future, facing one of these two competitors in the ring. Hotly anticipated matchup, a new look and a new, maybe not a new attitude, but a new look for Del Carano. Some new flashy boots, new trunks.
As much as I despise the man, Del Carano is looking in great shape. He's in the best shape I've seen him in a long time.
I wasn't sure if that was Del Carano or El Grande Australiano.
Hailing from the Mighty Australia, I guess.
He could indeed, but it is Del Carano in the ring. All jokes aside, very serious competitor. His previous reign, he was ESPW Pride Champion for 728 days. That included 14 successful defenses. His reign ran from the 9th of March 2019 to the 6th of March 2021. That is 2 full years as the champion.
You can't take it away from him. As much as I hate to say, like, look at him now. He's pulling Robbie Hart's hair. As much as I hate to give him any sort of praise, that is a massive
And his reign was double the next longest reign. We've had some reigns in the 300 days. Del Carano, 728 days. Acrobatic from Hart and Del Carano.
Whoa! Head scissors from Robbie Hart.
Head scissors, and I saw those new boots reflected off the lights, nearly blinded me.
Running forearm.
Might get blinded if Robbie Hart decides to bust the mist out later. Who knows? He's got that deep in his arsenal. Not afraid to use it on occasion is Robbie Hart. If he wants to retain the Pride Championship, it might be what he might have to stoop to later.
Despite everything that Robbie has done, he beat me for the title, he's put me in this current injury, I have grown to respect the man quite a bit.
I mean, he's a 20-year veteran in professional wrestling, and he is the current Pride Champion. And he's the current Pride Champion for a reason.
Oh, this brings back bad memories.
And we will have to watch out for the equaliser. Blake Walker on the outside. And I spoke too soon, just as I'm mentioning Blake Walker. He saved Del Carano.
How did the referee not see that? Referee?
Well, he's allowed to do it because it's his own man. He didn't do anything to Robbie Hart. He just pulled the leg a little bit of Del Carano. Drop kick to the new mask of Del Carano. He is rocked and onto the outside.
I want that mask smudged up with boot marks.
What has been contentious is how long Del Carano has actually been the #1 contender for. He actually became the #1 contender at Date with Destiny in November 2024. Blake Walker's pulled the feet again, the equaliser. He's there for a reason. He became #1 contender 196 days ago. It was so long ago, Noah Green, you weren't even the champion yet. It was still Jordan Bishop.
And that was the day I won the championship.
It was indeed, when you defeated Jordan Bishop in the main event to become champion. But he has been #1 contender for so long, ESPW management made him put his #1 contendership on the line against Lucas Fantasia Out of Control, and Del Carano hit the Del Carano experience to remain #1 contender. So a little scare for Del Carano. He could have lost that #1 contendership status.
And he's finally cashing it in. About time he's stopped running, he stopped being a coward. It's all down to this.
But referee Robbie Armstrong needs to keep an eye on Blake Walker. I've heard his figure is increasing every single show. And he stood way... Hang on. Yes! Yes!
Walker's
been ejected. Del Carano might take some of his fee back. He might half his fee. He's barely been out here. Blake Walker stood too uncomfortably close to us and out of control. He's been sent to the back.
I am very happy that this man has been ejected.
Get walking, son. Tell your story walking. Robbie Hart up and over. Back on the action in the ring. This is what we want to see, a one-on-one matchup between these two competitors.
We don't want to see the equalizer, the fist of democracy, whatever he calls himself. Springboard into the drop kick.
Del Carano needs to use his actual wrestling talent if he wants to defeat Robbie Hart. He doesn't need the equalizer. He doesn't need anyone else. He should just rely on himself like the Del Carano of old.
He's relied on his equalizers for so long. It would be interesting to see what he can do all by himself.
Great tactic by Del Carano. A short drop kick to the midsection. It will take the breath out of you. Now, those boots are shiny, but they look quite sharp as well and quite hard at the bottom. We're sure he hasn't loaded those boots.
Is that a metallic?
With some steel.
Is that a metal surface on the bottom of his boots?
Has he got some steel boots on? Did Robbie Armstrong check that before the match? This could be a genius tactic from Del Carano. Wear some metal boots. Wear some steel bottom boots. Tiger feint kick. Maybe with the loaded boot. We don't know.
There it is.
Notice
again.
he keeps using the boots, Noah Green.
I'm going to assume that the referee has checked the boots. I'm going to assume that it is just a reflective metallic material.
I mean, it might be too late. I wouldn't put it past Del Carano, like having the concrete in the old boxing gloves. Have them specially made and imported.
Robbie Hart eating another drop kick.
I think he's had those boots imported from Mexico.
Oh, lion salt.
Del Carano close to becoming ESPW champion for the second time.
Robbie Hart kicking out.
And I believe, Noah Green, there's only one man in history that has been ESPW Pride champion 2 times. Your good mate, Jordan Bishop. Del Carano in control. Quite surprisingly to me that Del Carano has been in control for most of this matchup. Quite surprising.
Without his equalizer as well. Yes, Blake Walker had some input, but this has been all Del Carano.
I'm surprised that Del Carano has been on top of Robbie Hart for this much of the matchup. Robbie Hart
the fire up now.
Fighting back. Another one who takes his position at the top of this promotion of ESPW very, very seriously. When you are the Pride champion, you are the face of ESPW.
Del Carano had him scouted. He threw Robbie Hart past him. Whoa!
Well done by Robbie Hart.
He had him scouted. Fantastic work.
Hanging Del Carano on the ropes. I don't like what I'm seeing here. If I'm Del Carano, you can't see anything. Knee to the back. Impact on the landing.
And that move there, I have felt at least twice now.
When you suffer from lower back pain, it inhibits every single thing you do. You can't move around the ring. You can't lift anybody. You can't slam anybody. If you're Del Carano, you can't fly through the air if your back hurts.
And you have to make, if you don't land on your back as well, you land on your shoulder, that can take you out for months.
Well, if you're not landing on your back, you're pretty much landing on your head. So, bit of a combination. Fans getting behind Robbie Hart here. An absolutely packed house. Enziguri
to the back of the head and a massive backstabber.
The wrestling IQ of this man, Robbie Hart, it's off the scale.
The man's a 20-year veteran. He is a legend in Australian wrestling. There's a reason he is ESPW Pride champion.
Robbie Armstrong's hand was just maybe millimeters from the mat.
Crowd firmly behind Robbie Hart here. Going up top, is he going to go for the splash? Carano with the running enziguri to the top rope there.
Now maybe Carano has been using every second of these 196 days to up his cardio, up his training, up his regimen, to make sure he is in peak condition. And he looks in peak condition for this matchup, Noah Green.
Robbie Hart blocking the assault there from Carano.
Maybe it was the tactic to give himself as long as possible. Oh, the back!
Oh, the double stop to the back!
The back, the kidneys, it all hurts.
When you see Robbie Hart lock in a pin like that, sit back with the leg, that's usually it.
Robbie Armstrong signaling a 2. Very, very close.
Come on, Robbie. Keep on him.
This match could go all evening. Two very accomplished athletes. Elbows to the chin. Grabs the ropes, hooked his arm over the ropes. Another enziguri to the back of the head. Are we sure those boots aren't loaded?
Running European uppercut, staple of Carano.
Another staple is the Tornado DDT. I don't think anyone hits a better Tornado DDT than Carano. Wrist capture, German.
Oh, bridging.
The neck strength on the man.
Thank God. Come on, Robbie.
He captured both arms. Robbie Hart had nothing to kick out with.
That was just sheer grit and determination.
Well, Carano has waited 196 days for his opportunity to get the job done, and he has not got it done yet, and he may not done with the resilience and fortitude of Robbie Hart. Looking to extend his reign past 105 days. Maybe he has his eyes on 700 days as the Pride champion, Noah Green. Unless you have your eye on the prize too, which I'm sure you do.
Well, when I eventually return, that's my very first step.
Carano up to the top rope.
Come on.
Near the roof of the Malaga Dome. Shooting star press.
God.
Shooting star. He landed hard on his knees. Hard on his knees. Michinoku driver by Robbie Hart.
Blake Walker's back out.
Michinoku driver.
Hey, what's he doing? Blake Walker's taking
kicked
title.
out.
What are you doing?
Carano, what are you doing out here? You've been sent to the back, Carano. Don't look. You're in my. I'm getting behind you. Carano has just taken the ESPW Pride champion off the commentary table. I've used Noah Green as a human shield.
What's
Blake Walker doing?
Blake Walker's in there.
Do the rules not mean anything to you, Blake Walker? I think he can pay any fine. He's being sent to the back again. I think Carano pays him. He'll pay the fine, Carano. He doesn't care. Double stop. Carano, hang on.
No!
He's hit him with the Pride title. He hit him hard with the Pride title. Carano. He sets Robbie Hart up. The Carano experience. The Carano experience.
No, kick out Robbie.
We have a new
absolute disgrace.
We have a brand new ESPW Pride champion for the second time, and his name is Carano. The equalizer, Blake Walker, came back out, stood in the way of Robbie Hart, and Carano used the ESPW title, knocked Robbie Hart out, hit him with the Carano experience, and Carano is a two-time ESPW Pride champion.
That's disgusting.
We might see another 700 days as champion.
Get off the microphone. No one wants to hear it.
I told you all. 728 days plus 1.
Might be champion until 2027, Noah Green.
This floor disgusts me.
Walker. No. You didn't win this. I won this. All by myself. Because unlike Robbie Hart, I can hold this with pride. anywhere but here. You idiots surrounding ringside telling me I suck, I do not suck, and I'm gonna go somewhere where I'm appreciated. Hey, you might have forgotten what having a Pride champion that you can respect looks like. Hell, the guy before Robbie, this championship belt was so heavy it broke his shoulder.
Strong words.
You want to do this? Alright, come on, bring it on. Come on, do this. Oh wait, come on.
Noah Green is still not cleared to compete. He still has a shoulder injury. It's not wise for him to go in the ring against Carano. He's the former Pride champion. Before Robbie Hart was Noah Green. It's only an injury that has stopped him from competing for the past 4 months. He's not medically cleared to compete. He should not be in a wrestling ring. Hang on. The shoulder brace has come off. Maybe he is cleared to compete. A forearm to Carano. Kick from Robbie Hart. My commentary partner's in the ring. Neon Destroyer. Neon Destroyer on Carano, the new Pride champion. Noah Green has returned. The shoulder looks great. I thought he was still injured. Maybe this is what he's after all along. Noah Green, he's been saying on commentary for the past 3 shows that when he is cleared to compete, he is gunning for the Pride champion. And a great show of respect by 2 former Pride champions, Robbie Hart and Noah Green. They have great respect. They battled at the start of 2025 over the Pride Championship, but it is Carano who is the new ESPW Pride Champion. I can only assume that Noah Green is in line for a Pride opportunity. Well, thank you so much for joining us here this evening. My name is Casey Hanson, and we will see you next time, and have a wonderful evening.